after this throughout the mandatory test. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped. Same. I don't venture out into the highways very often. 2 of you sure seem okay, though. Yeah, well, my hometown is in the countryside, too, so I'm kind of used to it. With all the training Laura does, I imagine it's probably nothing for her. Indeed, I find this level of exercise to be quite manageable. However... Sure, it's nothing. I believe we should turn to the inn now, should we not? Yeah, let's. I'm guessing Instructor Sarah's still there. Give her a part, and also ask her a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies. Would be definitely good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow, either. Let's head back to town. And we'll do that. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm SlayerMathis, and last we did both of our mandatory tasks. The field study, and this time, well, we're gonna go and do a report on them. Now, about that fishing spot I was talking about. There is a fishing spot on this map, but it's nowhere near where I expected. We'll have to just wait for this wolf to go away, quote unquote.
Go!
Only a double advantage, unfortunately.
Right, let's do this.
To motivate because that takes advantage of Laura's extra strength.
It's my turn.
Blessed arrow to get some CP up. CP up is always good.
You have my thanks. Of course.
And more importantly, Earth Cleaver. Yeah, Laura can do a lot of damage with Earth Cleaver. Yeah, sure.
Right.
And Florida Firebolt.
Go!
We should be able to take care of this wolf. And hopefully the Firebolt takes care of the wolf. Nope, not quite.
Alright, let's
Down. Now then, about that fishing spot. If my guide is correct.
This looks like a nice spot.
Yep, right around here. Yeah. Fishing spot right here. There is also one on the other highway, but we will be going back there, so next time we head over there, we can go and take care of that one. Just real quick, take care of the fishing here. New type of fish in the Cassigan. I believe that we were able to be caught in a one of the areas in Trista, but we just didn't end up picking it up. So,
Caught one.
Swordtail. And one last one. I'm gonna guess it's the Cascade. I was right, so I mean it doesn't. We'll get a lot of water CP. Water CP rather. Oh, it actually gives Mirage. We could use a ground bait, but I'm not going to. And we'll just run on back to town. The fast travel, not available while you're on the highway. Just thought I'd quick mention that. Now then, the thing is, before we head into the inn, don't give crap. The one paid. What's going on? It's like something's happening over at the market. There appears to be some matter of dispute occurring. I wonder what's up. Should we go take a look? Yeah, let's go and see. Good thing I was heading to the market anyways. Don't give me that crap, this is my spot! I paid for it, so it's mine! I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it, so stop lying to me in Vermoose. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way. Seems to be a dispute over which of these two gentlemen gets to set up the gets control of this area to set up the stall. And wishing over there is local, while that man wearing the suit is from the capital. They're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. If Celtic that would be. Oh, this is not good. You must stop them. Who are you? On the hand to be at once! I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into a rage. Ugh. Bah! What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere. What does grabbing a person by the neck being considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? We're students from Thor's Military Academy, currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. A military academy? So a bunch of soldiers in training. What in Adios' name is happening here? Oh, I thought that was a... Oh, now look what you've done. Manager Otto. I've been filled in on what's happened. I understand that both of you have a permit for the same stall. Is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time, too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private. I'll need to ask you to both put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess. It's a close one. Seems like everything's gonna be fine now, though. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation, though I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Oh? How do you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm the manager of Celtic's Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you. If you'd be so kind as to come along, I'll treat you to some tea. So you're responsible for choosing our assignments. Indeed. Principal Vandyck is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market. That's right. Both their permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually they agreed to a compromise where they would make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. The other stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sales numbers. And it's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For mistakes such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. That's true. It's the lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? Croydon province is ruled by Duke Alvarea, one of the foremost powerful nobles in the entire country, but lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly. And with a larger percentage of their profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. And I've never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course! I've even gone to Berea numerous times to petition the Duke personally. But they always drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be careless when dealing with the market, or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions, but I will say that before all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. No? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So mediating arguments which threaten that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourselves with it. You need to be focused on your field study, and I'll have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then? That's right. I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. So, with that done, well, we're not quite done and ready to head to bed. Well, we have cutscene first. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. As long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Alborea. The current head is Eustace's dad, right? So couldn't we just ask Eustace for some help here? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of house are absolute. And since the Alboreas represent one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses. I guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? I figured it's about time for me to get going. Group B's not getting anything done, as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. You're going to see Group B now? The town of Parma is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyways, right? Put your head together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. ADS be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. Bye, Sarah. Can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the end. Can she read his minds or something? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night anyways. Still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too, I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. Well...
Right, of course.
Here we go.
You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer because we need to talk to our buddy that helped us make hundreds of, okay, not hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Hi, Lyman. Alright, troops, how's it going? Are you all learning much out to eat? For the most part, yes. Serving as a reminder that we still have quite a ways to go. However, we have every intention of making the most out of this experience. That's what I like to hear. I'm actually about to get started on our evening sale, so I'll give you all a wee discount if... Wait a minute, I think I just had a better of an idea. A belter of an idea. Right, I know you'll all be tired after your hard work today, but... Any of you fancy having a wee go at running the store for a bit? Are you sure? Oh, aye, it's fine. Steiner works all about having the skills to negotiate well, so it'd be some good experience for y'all. So how about it? Certainly is an interesting proposal. And we will, of course, try it out. If you're willing to let us do it, and I don't see why not. Aha, good to hear. Let's get started right away then. I mentioned you was about to get started on our evening sale, didn't I? Might be a wee bit tough, but I'd like you to handle it. It does sound rough. Yeah, if you handle it simple enough at least. All you need to do is give appropriate discounts to make a sale. You want your discount varies, but sometimes you'll be talking up to half price. Half price? That's a lot. Is it even possible to make a profit by doing that? Yeah, it doesn't always work out, I went into the red a few times thanks to it. But even then, the thing is to I don't even know what. Well enough to even send yourself into the red. Aye, my personal philosophy is the amount of sales you make is more important than how much you make. The more sales you make, the more happy afterwards you get. And if you got more customers walking away happy, then your store's gonna have a good reputation. So basically, it all ends up benefiting you in the long run. I see where you're coming from there. Oh, there's nothing to say. I'm 100% correct. Oh, I meant to say, I don't know how I feel about handling the store separately at different times. I'm okay with it, but any particular reason why? Well, there's no harm in competing with each other, is there? Think of it as rivals and try as hard as you can to win. It seems like an effective way to motivate oneself. I don't know about you guys, but sales aren't exactly my forte. Guess I'll take it as a learning experience. It doesn't like it to be fun, though. Guess if there's any specific guidelines when it comes to giving discounts, though. I assume how much you discount can offer differs based on the type of goods being sold. Aye, spot on. I've split everything into fresh goods and processed goods. Fresh goods speak for themselves, really. You want to get them sold out as quick as you can. That being said, you're free to make these up to half price if it comes to it, so we just get them all sold. Processed goods will will expire. I'm just gonna go with English instead of try to do the Scottish accent. So there's no point in discounting them too much. You can't sell them at full price, so 20% off is the max you should go. Fresh goods can be sold for as much as 50% off, while processed goods can only be sold at up to 20% off. Got it. Here's hoping you remember that. Don't be shy to bump prices up a wee bit either. Deciding when the best time to do that, though, is all up to you lot. One can assume doing so all depends on how well we negotiate with each customer then. Now that's sorted, let's get started. It doesn't matter what order you're all going, but how about you up first? And, of course, Rain will go first, because we're the protagonist. And we get a day as a merchant. This is our hidden quest for the field study. Welcome, welcome. We're currently in the middle of our evening sale. More natural than I would have guessed. To bring customers with guts like that, I don't think I could put myself out there like that, and I'm rather worried myself. Oh, his first customer has arrived. Oh, are you working here part-time? I almost thought you were a pro with a voice like that. Oh, thank you. By the way, do you have any tomatoes? I need some for tonight's dinner, you see. And you do have some. How many are you looking for? I think 5 should do for now. Seems to be a sale going on at the moment, too, so how much would that end up being? 10 euro per tomato. You can give up to half off because they're fresh goods. In total, we should sell them for 35. 5 tomatoes would usually go for 50 euro, but I can offer you them for 35 instead. That sounds fine. I'll take them. Thank you for your purchase. Looks like he's made his first sale. Indeed, it appears to have gone rather smoothly too. And another customer. I say, that sounds interesting. Offering discounts on all our goods, so feel free to have a look. I assume that applies to this wine as well. Of course. Wine doesn't fall under fresh goods, so... Wine costs 1,000. We will sell it for 900. How does 900 euro sound? You sure you can't do better than that? And we will include some cheese for 20% off. How about this? If you buy it now, we'll include this cheese for 20% off. Oh, that's an interesting offer. Cheese the company's running rather well too, so allow me to take you up on that. Going pretty well. Another successful sale for him. Looks like he's gotten to the swing of things. I look forward to seeing how much he sold it for. And another customer. Oh, the evening sale's finally started. What happened to Lyman? He's left me in charge for a bit. Anything in particular you're looking for? Mom asked me to get some stuff for dinner. How much are you selling cabbages for? I need 3, but she told me to buy some extra if they're cheap. From here per cabbage, and they're under fresh good. So, we will sell 6 for 60. 3 would normally cost 60 more, but does 6 for that same price sound good? So you get double the amount for free. I'm sure my mom will be happy to hear that. Can I have them then? Of course. Thank you for your purchase. And thus, Reen's turn came to an end. The others were given a chance to try their hand at merchantry. You like your turns then? Good job. Well, your thanks for giving us an opportunity to experience this. I agree. I'm sure experience like this will come in handy down the line. Glad to hear it. A lot of you did well considering it was your first time. It's pretty interesting seeing how your personalities affected your results too. Speaking of which, how did we all do in the end? Well, you had the least amount of sales out of everyone, Elliot. You did manage to make a fair amount though, but that also means you didn't really offer that much of a discount. You have to be more aggressive really. Sorry about that. Next up is Laura. You're a bit too generous with the discounts. Making lots of sales is good, but you still have to consider how much you're making from them too. Understood. My thanks for the advice. Next up is Reen. You end up doing really well in both the number of sales and how much you made. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. With a bit more experience, you can become a fine merchant. And Reen, the hidden talent, he has unlocked the merchant class. Being told by someone with experience here is really impressive. Finally, Elisa. You wouldn't happen to have some prior experience, would you? Not really, no. It's amazing then. I have to be honest, you almost managed to sell as much and make as much as I normally do. You have a unique style that brings the customers in, so there really isn't any advice for me to give you. that unique style being a tsundere, and the tsunderes are always good. Yeah, I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. So Lisa has the skill to become a successful merchant then. I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised. Didn't expect her to be this skilled either. None of your relatives have to be involved with this line of work. Not that I know, no. Well, either way, today ended up being pretty interesting thanks to you lot. Here, take this, your wage for the day, a coral bracelet, and a marble bracelet. We all earned it, and we completed a day as a merchant. So, that is, well, that's it for now. We're ending this one about on time, maybe a little bit early, but next time we'll be proceeding to our second day of the field study. So until then, see you guys later.